What's going on, people? It's your man the YB back once again. Big shout out to my doggy Samuel33 for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, Joe Joyce, Slow Joyce, and Hrgovic have weighed in. Let's get to the announcements. Bash.
250.6 for Filip El Animal Hrgovic.
So Hrgovic weighs in 250.6 pounds. Now let's get to Slow Joyce.
275.1 for Joe the Juggernaut Joyce.
So we got Hrgovic at 250.6. Joe Joyce, 275.1. Let's have a look now at the script, the history. Now I said, days ago, if Hrgovic comes in more or less where he knocks around, we wanted, if we're backing Joe Joyce spiritually, my heart and my spirit is with Joe Joyce. If we're backing him, yeah, what do we want? We want this 250 to be massive. We want Hrgovic to have weighed in 233 for his whole career, and he's come in 250.6. Against Dubois, Hrgovic weighed in 247, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, master ball. So we're looking at 2.5 pounds over, which is, I mean, it's a heavyweight. You could literally drink some water and be over that. 2.5 pounds is tomato. That's what it is. This is more or less, bearing in mind, he's been in shape. He's been in shape. Look at Dave Allen. Yeah, Dave Allen, we know, don't do no training. He never in shape. He coming in 20-pound swings. Yeah, 20-pound swings is what he does. Hrgovic coming in 2 pounds over. He's bang on. He's ready. Although, it has to be said, it's still his heaviest weigh-in, but there's not much in it. He's 247 against Dubois. The fight before is 246. The fight before is 243. So yeah, he's definitely heavier. But I think the Dubois fight, was he noticeably unfit in that fight? What we know for a fact is he was red hot for 5-6 rounds. Yeah. Some of the most dominant rounds in recent times in heavyweight boxing, them first 5 rounds against Dubois. And even the 6th, I remember thinking it was pretty close. So even then, he's got 6 rounds. If he starts off, which I don't see why he wouldn't, if Hrgovic starts off with that right hand pinging, like he did against Dubois, for 5 rounds, and he doesn't manage to put Joe Joyce out or proper damage him, to such a point where Joe Joyce can't be dominant in the back straight. It's only 10 rounds anyway. Chisora's known for falling off after half the fight. 5 rounds in, Chisora's known to be knackered. Chisora was knackered, even when he knocked Joe Joyce down. Early in the fight, Chisora would just go back to the ropes and bowl his hand over. The point is, Chisora was knackered after 2-3 rounds against Joyce, and still, Joyce couldn't finish his dinner. I don't believe there's no way Hrgovic is going to be as tired as Chisora was. And hence, that right hand, man, is going to be pinging. It really is. And I don't even want to say it. I just hope I'm wrong. I really hope I read this wrong. But Hrgovic, the one hope we had, okay, Hrgovic weighs in 275. Oh, damn. He ain't been doing a bit of training. He comes in like he's been doing. He comes in ready to fight. He hasn't been in Benidorm. He hasn't been chilling with Dave Allen playing video games to the early hours of the morning. That's what 250.1 tells me. Or 250. Whatever it is marginal. Yeah? That's what it is, marginal. Giga Chad looking ass. He's got the Nafandaral chops as well. He got the upgrade. He got the Nafandaral upgraded chops. That's what he's got. Yeah? Bosh! Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime chops. Yeah. You can't knock him out, man. You can't knock this guy out. Come on, people. You can't knock this guy out. You can't knock Giga Chad out. You man are mad. Look at Giga Chad. Let me show you Giga. This is apparently what they say is. This is Hrgovic's. I think it's his cousin on his mum's side. That's what they say. Yeah, this is Giga Chad here. Let me show you him quickly. Look at this guy here. Look, this is Hrgovic's cousin. Call me a liar. OIB, you lie. OIB, you make way too much up. Let's see. You tell me how much I'm making up right now. Wait a minute. I'm trying to find a good. Here we go. Oh yeah, show me a good Giga Chad, man. That'll do. Oh, whatever. It's not the best background, but this is Giga Chad. I don't like that background. Let's get Giga Chad up for you, man, right now. Yeah. This is Giga Chad. Okay. And Giga Chad, you can see the genetic upgrades from the Defender Rolls. The ancient Defender Rolls, they pattern Hrgovic up with his chops here. Look at his chops here, look. You can't knock him out, man. You can't knock Hrgovic out. You cannot. Yeah, any of you man who've done mechanical engineering before will just know that off the rip. Yeah, you can't knock this guy's chop. Look at this guy here. Let me get Hrgovic up now as well, quick. Filip Hrgovic. Come on, people, man. Come on for a second. Come on, man. Giga Chad looking at us. Look at this guy here. Look. Look. Oh, it's a dead one. It's not even the one. What's going on? Bear slow in that. Come on, people. Look. Yeah. Chops. He's not going. I don't believe. Listen, if Joe Joyce can get in there and maybe bring a mallet with him. A mallet, listen, I'm not saying could Giga Chad's cousin be wounded by a mallet to the jaw? Possibly. But these are upgrades. Yeah, reinforced. Anti-armor piercing. That's what it is. Anti-armor piercing. This is anti-armor piercing technology. So you can whack him there. You saw Wilder had a sparring session with him. Wilder whacked him, just bounced off. Yeah. And Slow Joyce won their first fight. He didn't knock him out though, is the point. And that was 15 years ago when Joe was 25. Joe is now 50. Okay? He's 50. And he's getting in there with Giga Chad's cousin, who's in shape. Where's that? Don't tell me. Please don't do it this way. He's shut on my tabs down. That's bare annoying. Let's do one more investigation into his chops. Yeah? Dubois hit him. The shots are bouncing off. Yes, he got stopped from cuts. The fact he's got the Giga Chad mechanically engineered upgrades is one thing. No one's saying his brain's still his brain. He still has a choice to make. Yeah. But the technology he's got here. Joe Joyce ain't going to hit him when he's jump on the floor. From the technology I'm seeing here. Forget about it. So what's Joe Joyce going to do? Break him down? He couldn't break Chisora down. He couldn't break Gash Ali down. He couldn't do it, man. So I hope I'm wrong, but people, listen. Please, all we can do now is pray to the light skin gods. But they have forsaken us. The prophet hasn't returned yet. There's no point doing, maybe the light skin gods can help Joe Joyce. No, the prophet hasn't returned. I told you, man, we can't be on. The half-bakes can't be on. It's written. Until Moses Atalma comes and forgives our sins, we can't be on. So this is looking like another light skin violation. That's the truth here. Yeah. Wheel him out, bash, and he's going to be in a big heap on the floor. That's what I'm leaning towards right now, tell the truth. Now, as far as Joe Joyce's weigh-in, let's get this one up here quick. Let's close all these tabs, man. This is lagging my shit, for real. Okay, Joe Joyce. He weighed in 275. So he's taken about 6 pounds off since the Chisora fight. I've been saying, for years I don't like Joe coming in heavy. And he's made a real habit of it. And to be honest, looking at the statistics, is not a good look. 281 against Chisora, he stunk the place out. 286 against Gash Ali, he stunk the place out. 281 against Zhang, stunk the place out. I heard some corny dude, you know these boxing heads? Someone who's done something in boxing, yeah? Oh, I like Joe a little bit heavier. The fuck? That's a myth, people. If you can't get the job done at 250, yeah, seriously. If you can't, look at Zhang, no gas, have an ass. Bakoli, just soft. It's a myth that you need to be really heavy. 250 pounds is well enough. 250 pounds is enough. How do we know this? Well, again, Joe stunk the place out. He was 256 against Zhang. And yeah, he got popped up. He got beat. But he was in that fight, if that makes sense. He didn't get sparkled in that fight. He comes in 256. He was applying pressure. He wasn't effective pressure, but he was applying pressure. He comes in heavier, 30 pounds heavier, and gets knocked out. You're just too slow. Yeah? You literally, do you know how heavy 30 pounds is? Joe went from 256 in the first fight to 281, 25 pounds. That's what? 10 kilos, 10, 11 kilos. Do you know how hard if you got 10 kilos on your back, a shot, you might even see the punch. But a punch you see 10, 15 kilos heavier, too slow to move out of the way of it. It comes and you're just too slow. There's too much mass there that you have to move. Joe was already slow, so he don't need to be no slower. He needs to be quicker. 256 is where he should be. He fought Joe Parker at 271. Okay, but anyway, he's 275. It's better than being 295. But still, he's 40 years old, so maybe he's going up in weight. Well, yeah, I mean, he was knocking around at these weights. When did he fight Dubois? He fought Dubois. It was years ago. It's crazy how time goes, you know. Where is Dubois? Oh, Dubois here. He fought Dubois at 258. His 258 against Dubois. His 256 against Zhang. He's 275 now. 20 pounds. 271 against Parker. I think that's what went to his head. He looked good against Parker. It's kind of gone to his head. For me, Joe, he doesn't look fat though. That's the thing about Joe. He's not like a Tyson Fury or even a Bacoli. Joe actually, look at Joe here. This is Joe weighing in this weekend at 276. You can't really sit there and say he looks healthy, to be honest. You can't sit here and say, like when Tyson Fury gets on the scales at 275, you think, oh, he's a fat bastard. Do you know what I mean? But Joe looks like athletic. Or when you see Bacoli on the scales at 280, he's just fat. You can't sit here and look at this guy. Yeah, he hasn't got any abs, but he just looks a little soft, but healthy soft. Strategically, though, I mean, the argument is, well, if he's a bit heavier, he'll take a shot better. I'm not sure of that narrative above a certain weight. If you're a healthy weight, which is probably what Joe... I've heard that Joe doesn't really track his weight like that. At the same time, for someone not tracking their weight, I don't get how you get the variance. 281, 286, 275. Is it that easy to sway everywhere? Who knows? It's not a bad weight. Would I have preferred it to be 265? Based on history, probably. That still would have been 10 pounds heavier than Zhang 1. 275 is 20 pounds heavier than Zhang 1. That was only 2 years ago. Going from 38 to 40, 2 years, there shouldn't be that much weight gain. Damn sure not 20 pounds worth of weight gain. And I haven't seen no evidence from these higher weights. 275 is the highest weight within his fall off. 275 is the highest weight since he's been in form. The last fight he was in form was Parker, and he was 271. So ever since then, Zhang 1, Zhang 2, Cash Ali, and Chisora has been above 271. And 275 is within that. And they've all been stinkers. So there's no evidence at this point that being 275 is really helping him. But anyway, the fight will be what it will be, man. He could come in 265 and still get blasted out. I would like to have seen 265, more speed. You can't be slower at 265. You can't be. A man putting 5 kilos on can only be slower. Fact. You don't get quicker when you put weight on. Forget about it. Unless you're like meant to be 150. If you're 150 pounds and you drain down to 120, then you might just be slow because you're sucked in. But a healthy individual putting another extra weight on, you don't get quicker, man. It's just not how it works. Forget about it. You just don't. So he's going to be slow. He needed speed, man. Like when he fought Dubois, he was on his P's and Q's. It's hard to move your feet when you're carrying weight. Full stop. That's why you notice heavyweights don't move as much as little fighters. Even if you're lean at 250, you don't move like a 175er does. You can't. It's the mass. It doesn't work out proportionately. Them little dudes can jump in, jump out, slap around, 500 punches around. The big dudes can't do that. And there's something in that. Is it going to matter for Joe? Who knows what the right answer is, to be honest. My base case is always coming leaner than heavier. You'll get more cardio, you'll get more speed. And that's the bottom line. If you ain't got power at 250, you ain't gonna. I don't believe you gain more power at 270. That's just my base case. Sorry, I don't believe that myth. And even if you gain more power at 270, do you carry that power later on when you're tired? Inevitably, you're gonna get more tired, and hence, the more power you may gain in the first 6, you're gonna lose exponentially in the last 6 when you're hanging because you can't hold your hands up. You know what I mean? You can't generate the force because you're goosed. Joe's never had a cardio problem though. But this ain't about cardio for Joe. This is about speed. He needs to be quick. He needs to have quick reactions. But hopefully he's gone back to his old trainers now. I believe he might have gone back. I don't know this, but I think he's gone back to the trainer who trained him for Dubois, who were UK trainers. I'm not sure. Listen, you could dig up. Let's think of who we could dig up. What trainers could we dig up? What's that guy's name from the Kronk? Man, listen, you could dig up Mohamed Ahmad Castiamato. What's the other guy's name again? I forgot his name. You could dig up Mohamed Ahmad Castiamato. Yeah. Fuck, I've got it again. That's bearing on the Kabbalah. Zapping my thoughts here. What's his name? Manny Stewart. You could dig up Mohamed Ahmad Castiamato, Emmanuel Stewart. I don't think that would help Joe Joyce, to be fair. That's how I feel, man. I think he's at 10 to 1 in this one. Seriously. Let's have a look at the odds before we check out. I did have money. I had a good, well, not good amount, 30 quid on Joe Joyce to beat Dillian White. That's the fight we should be getting. But we're not. We got cucked. That would have been much more exciting, much more competitive, much more fair. I think you might see a slaughter in here, unfortunately. And we know how Frank Warren likes to do contracts. Apparently Hrgovic now, when Joe Joyce, that's bare annoying. When Joe Joyce fought Zhang in the first fight, there was a clause in there. If you beat Joe Joyce, we get options on you. And that's what I think he's doing, Frank Warren's doing with Hrgovic. He's going to get options on Hrgovic. And then he's really... Frank Warren's has been getting all of the assets, essentially. I thought Hrgovic was in Matchroom. I think Eddie Hearn let him go, actually, after he got punched out. But Eddie Hearn's vision, I don't know what he's doing. Okay, he lost one fight. Who else you got, though? Eddie Hearn's heavyweight stable. What? Johnny Bars? Really? The second coming? Johnny Bars? He's useless. It was no, that's not fair, but... Well, he's good at beating plumbers up. Yeah. If your name's... What's that dude's name? The Cabbage. Alan the Cabbage Babbage. If your name's Alan the Cabbage Babbage, he'll run right through you. If you get in there with Dave Allen, you just stop eating... What's that food he likes to eat? Some moody restaurant. And playing video games... You couldn't do nothing in there. That's who you're banking your whole career on, Massa Hearns. Anyway, you can get Joe Joyce. You put a tenner on Slow Joyce, and you get £36 profit back. No, sorry, No, that's right. Yeah, tenner on Joe Joyce, you get £36 profit back. Someone made a good point though. They said, YB, you should put some big shmoney on Hrgovic. That's what I should do, really. Do you know what I mean? Because it's win-win then. If Hrgovic wins, as I expect, you make £35. It's not a bad night's lick, is it? But at the same time, we know the curse is so strong. Joe Joyce is fixing to knock his ass out. So I might think about that. That's what I might do. I might think about that tonight. I don't want to lose another one though. If I hadn't blown that Tank Davis one, I'd probably do it. But I don't want to lose another one, man. That's mad. And we know the light skins are down bad. We know that already. Like I said, they've been cursed. Yeah, we know the light skins can't get right. We know the half bakes can't get right. Yeah, the half breeds are no good. Bottom line, Tank Davis. Did agree with my Ishima. Corny ass females sounding ass dude, man. Get him out of here. You bumped my 100 shmoneys. 100 shmoneys you bumped. That's unbelievable. Yeah, that's what I want to do. For Joe's sake, I want to do that for him. Yeah, even though he couldn't take my advice, I want to do that for Joe. I'd like to put some shmoney on this one, on Hrgovic, because the odds aren't bad. Even if you rate Hrgovic is going to win, 34% return on a definite cert. Right, this is a definite cert, man. Seriously. So I'm gonna have a look at that. In fact, maybe not a oneer. I'm not gonna put a oneer on. I'll put 50 on now for you, man. Right now, so I'm gonna put 50 on. I don't want to lose 50 though, man. But let's do it. Fuck it. To put 50 on. Put 50p on. Yeah. I'm doing this for you, Joe, as well, by the way. So don't. My trainer this, my trainer that. Did your trainer put 50 shmoneys? Did he do that? That's what I'm thinking to do right now. 50. Here we go. Bash! It's on. I got 50 on right now. That's what I got. 50 on Hrgovic. So we have a win. About how much? 17 quid. It's alright. It's better than enough. It's 2 hours work, man. Well, that's 2 hours work. So listen, we either win 17 quid, or Joe Joyce wins and I'm happy for him. So this is a selfless act from the YB right now. Selfless act. Anyway, before I go, let's look at the outcomes. Hrgovic by KO. Them odds are dead. Hrgovic by KO. You put a tenner on, and you get about £8 profit back. Joe's got a pretty. I don't. Yeah, Zhang put him out. Zhang's a big punch. Zhang's put everyone down though. Zhang's put Parker down twice. He put Caballero down for the first time in his career, and he knocked Joe Joyce out. Zhang's another type of puncher. We have questions about Hrgovic's power after the Bois fight, so I'm not sure he's the biggest puncher, but he's quick, and the amount of points he's going to rack up. You know what I mean? And he's tricky as well. He knows how to slip shots. Hrgovic does, and Joe's so slow. He's so slow, man. Seriously, I'm just not sure. So yeah, I like this outcome now. In fact, I might have a little nibble on that. Probably won't get filled, but I'm gonna put a tenner on Hrgovic at 9-1 on points. That seems a bit stretchy there. Let's see if we can get it filled. Alright, people. What I believe will happen is Hrgovic win. I can see him schooling Joe Joyce too quick, too young. Or he clips him early and gets knocked out. I really don't see how Joe wins this one, but I hope I'm wrong. Let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one, people. Stop it.